Yo, what's good? What's good, my brothers? What's good, my fellow Game of Throne enjoyers? How you guys doing? I just wanted to make like a quick video on just like how I farm my gear and in what areas I really farm. So let's look into that. So first off, I would say one thing that I did once I hit 50 and I was able to do it. I did contracts here, so I went to like the level 50 zones for the contracts, because obviously you generally want to do your contracts in Pure Light Tower, Watcher's Post. I don't know if there's another spot, but I know these two are for sure. All the contracts like level 50, so that's what I would do, right? So right now we got 20 contracts, 10 replenish each day. When I was doing, because I hit 50, and then when I started doing them, I had like 60. So most people will have 60, as long as you're not like spamming your contracts pre 50. You know what I mean? Pre level 50. So, and then I was watching videos, and I was just like, oh, so this is what they do. So all they do is they try to all fight in the same zone. So like you see how this is Shattered Temple, right? You can go for this, but you see how these two are Pure Light. You generally want to go to zones that are like, you generally do contracts that are in the same zone, so you can just do everything in one area. Me personally, I don't really care though. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I just can take all three, so then like these are Pure Light Hill, so you would just, you know what I mean, just go do that. And you would favor the rare Rubik's ores, because these ones are to help craft for your melee weapon, or my bad, not melee weapon, but just your weapon in general. I think after that they said you go for your armor. You go for armor if there's nothing in there, and then you can go for your your accessory and stuff like that. And then obviously, so like if I was to take one, I would just refresh. But I generally don't. I didn't go to Pure Light. I go to Watcher's Post. So I'll show you guys Watcher's Post. So the thing about me is when I do like Watcher's Post, it kind of just depends on what I'm seeing here, because sometimes I like to just kill the orcs, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. So if you see here, like I already did some, right? So then I can just refresh, right? And now we're looking here. There's nothing. There's no weapon one, so I'm just gonna go for an armor one. This is in Phono's Basin, so. Okay, I'll accept that, and I refresh. This one's in Ruins of Terrain. So what I'll end up doing is this. So if it's one that's in Ruins of Terrain, I'll just say, you know what, I'm just gonna take it, right? Screw it, I'll just take it. And then I just keep looking for the ones, and then if I get unlucky like this, and I'm not getting like the weapon, the weapon ores, then I'm just gonna take like the one that's in the same area. So because this one's in Ruins of Terrain, I might do that one. I like to look at them. You know, this one's a gather one, so I'll just go this one since it's easier. You know what I mean? And then let's see here. Oh, another Ruins of Terrain. Look at that. A token for seeking a specialist. See, I'll take that. You could take this one if you want, but generally you do want to try to do everything in one zone. So. Okay, so like this one, you see this, like you see how I'm like, it's like, damn, it's a little bit unlucky, but it's okay. So I will accept this. It's a little bit of a rough one, but yeah. So that's one thing that I do for farming, and then you just go to the zones and you just go do them, right? You just go wherever you need to for the missions when it tells you. Another way I can farm is I like to look at the zones here, and then I will like look at the monsters, and I'll see what potentially it can drop, right? So I believe the orcs can actually drop pretty good stuff, like pretty good stuff for you, like this belt for example. If you really need a new belt, this one could do something. I mean, this is like max mana regen, so if you have mana issues, that could probably help a little bit. The orc soldier can drop these gloves, right? Not really that good for us, but I mean, like it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? I think these pants are actually pretty good though. So these pants are actually pretty good. They're not bad. The pants I got were pretty good too. I do know that people like to max out like blue and green gear and all that stuff. You know what I mean? The really mid max stuff. But I just like to go for the epics. Generally, I just like to go for the epics, or blue gear if the blue gear is really good, right? So yeah, so then I just, you know what I mean? I just go over here and then yeah. So I'll show you guys what I do to kill these guys. I don't know how good farming here will be because my zone is small. Like my server isn't that big, right? And because my server isn't that big, it's like you don't like people don't really like you don't see as much people around. But to be fair though, I've been on a different server because I did transfer once to go on a Crimson server, and I think I was fine around here. And it wasn't. I don't remember if it was that bad, but that was a couple of days ago, so things could change. You know what I mean? So as you can see here, it's pretty easy for my build set just to like gather all these guys and just kill them really easily. You know what I mean? Especially when I have my combo up. It's just so strong. My 2-button combo. I've made like a video explaining on how fast my character can play things, and I've even made like I just made like an in-depth build guide basically of what I've done so far of my character. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can just kill these guys and then like just get lucky basically, and then have something good drop. Obviously, right? You can do your dungeons. So like, let's go back to town here. I'll show you. You can do dungeons here. Co-op dungeons. I would say for if you're lucky, you really want to get the Duke Magnus Fury Warblade. This one's probably your best so far, like your best in slot. I just like this belt because it's making me tanky, right? This helmet is really good. I think this helmet's probably best. This chest piece is also not bad either. It's giving strength, critical hit chance, weaken chance. I think it's generally not bad. The Duke Magnus Provoking Warblade. This is a tank weapon though, so generally you don't want to use this. So if you get this, you can set it on the side, or if you really want to use it, you can. But the moment you get the Duke Magnus Fury Warblade, just use this. This is just so good. It's giving me his dex, cooldown speed, right? And then obviously there's other things here like I mean like some of these blues aren't bad, right? Like they don't give us like the best stuff, but if you really want to like spam this dungeon to get the weapon, then it's probably worth it, right? Because like I need to spam this too because technically I need to get duplicates of this weapon so I can add the traits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I did Death's Abyss too because I wanted the ring here. I think this ring is actually really nice. It's gonna give us mana cost efficiency and added attack speed. So I'm pretty sure what attack speed does is your animations are faster. Like things just are faster. Like for example, I think if I have my guillotine blade and I charge it, it's faster. I don't know if I have enough attack speed to really feel it like that crazy, but you know what I mean. And the other is because Carnix is Nether Blade. There's a chance this could drop, right? The bonus strength would be nice. The max health would be nice that we would get from it. So, I mean, you know, if you can get this sword and shield, it wouldn't be bad. So yeah, that's pretty good. This chest piece is okay. It's not really the best for us, but it does give us strength, so that could alleviate some stats. But yeah, and then this is also not bad. Not bad gloves either. I really think it's fine. You know what I mean? I don't really care about like the craziest efficiency or anything. Like, oh no, you have to go for this or that. You know what I mean? As you can see here, some of these are actually really good. Like this helmet's pretty good. These gloves are pretty good. You know what I mean? These are just kind of like more just like the easier basic stuff, but they're not bad at all. Like even this one, like critical hit chance, max health, right? But if you are trying to go for purples, I like the epics. I do think that Death's Abyss, Butcher's Cane is not bad. Cave of Destruction. Oh, the cape is good here. So if you want to get a cape, Cave of Destruction's good. These gloves are pretty good too. So, you know what I mean? I won't lie. The gloves are pretty good. The cape's pretty good. And I guess the bracelet's not bad either. You know what I mean? You can look at the other stuff here too. but Paper Destruction is pretty good. Now, I haven't really been farming Tyrants. I haven't really done... I don't think I've done Tyrants Isle yet because I just didn't see anything that I really want. I mean, I guess this bracelet's really good, but that's the only thing I would want. And I feel like I have other things that are more important to go for right now. I haven't done Temple of Slaughter, even though the belt is pretty good, right? The belt's pretty good. The hands are pretty good. The pants are pretty good. But I'm working on it right now. It's just right now I'm just doing other things. I recently just joined a guild. Like, was it Thursday? I think on Thursday night I recently joined a guild with like some other people, and so I've just been kind of messing around. You know what I mean? Messing around. We've been doing some outer world farming. We've been seeing some milestones happening, so I've been trying those things out instead of spamming these dungeons. You know what I mean? So also because we're only limited 3 days, but I haven't been able to play for like what 2 days or something, or not 2 days, but I didn't really play that much yesterday, and well, I will be playing today, so there's that. And then there's Cursed Wasteland. Yeah, like these are pretty good, but these are very specific. Like, it's very hard to get like just this one ring, and then, you know what I mean. So I think right now what I'm gonna do is, well, it depends. It depends on what I want, but right now I could do Butcher's Canyon because I'm thinking about trying to get a better chest piece with a better trait here, right? Because this is a nice chest piece. We can see the drops here, right? 5%. The gloves are 2.3%. It's kind of crazy how this is like one of the rare ones. Like, this ring is really good for us, so if we can get this ring, then we probably should try. See, the ring has a pretty high chance, so I guess we could go for that. But we'll probably end up going for these, and then, you know what I mean, seeing what we can get. Even though this thing has a 2.3% drop chance, it's not that big of a deal. We don't really need this. So like this dungeon, technically I don't really need to get. The only reason I would go is just to get the Carnix's Nether Blade. That's it. This is not a bad bracelet either. Generally, I'm trying to go for stats that are like Dex, critical hit chance, and then for defensive, I would like melee evasion, ranged evasion. That would be really good. You know what I mean? So I would actually say that Temple of Slaughter is actually pretty good because, like, if you look at these are just really nice. Like these gloves are really nice. These pants are pretty nice. It's giving me as damage reduction, melee evasion, and dex. So probably want these gloves. And this belt's not bad either. This belt's not bad. But these gloves are very rare drop chance, so it will be hard. We did get a world boss drop for the gloves, so we're not really in a rush to get it. I've done Butcher's Canyon. I think I've beat him like 8 or 9 times. Something like that. Tyrant's Isle here. I mean, we'd really just be going for the bracelet here. Let's see the drop chance on that, yeah. 12.8%. So this would have a pretty high chance. So I would probably farm this a little bit. But these would all kind of be like probably individual days, right? Because even though I do want like these things, right? For example, the ancient Sorodoma bracelet, we're not guaranteed it, right? So because we're not guaranteed it, generally like what I like to do is, like, for example, today I'll probably farm Temple of Slaughter because we have multiple things we can get here, right? Pretty high chance. So we'll probably do that. And then probably if we get all the pieces I want, then we'll probably go Tyrant's Isle, try to farm this bracelet, right? And then we could go back and try to farm for our Carnix Nether Blade, or this ring, you know what I mean? So, I mean, whoops. I mean, I'm just gonna like favorite these because these ones are probably going to be like ones I'm gonna need to farm. So I do have a couple runs. I think I have like 6 runs I could do today, so that's probably what I will do. If I get lucky and I get them, then that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'll just move to the next ones, and then, you know what I mean, that's probably what I'll end up doing today. I think another good way to farm is doing the Shadow Crypt. This is a really good one to farm. just because of like the things that the Shadow Crypt can drop and stuff like that. And if you do your contracts right, you'll get the Abyssal contract tokens. So it goes up to 20k. So if you have 60 tokens and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna use them all, and you can just join a group, and then you can do this, or you can do it solo. But if you do join a group, I will say you will notice, like, you know what I mean, like a lot of stuff dropping, and it'll be a lot faster. I showcased this build in my in-depth build guide, basically on my character so far, and we are able to like farm these guys like not bad. I mean, it's pretty decent. It's not bad, I'd say. I think as a solo player, it's pretty good, but I think group play would be faster, and because of that setup, your group damage is insane. So if you join a group of like 3 to like 5 people, you know what I mean? I mean, just anyone really, but if you are able to join a group and then they're farming one specific area in the Shadow Crypt, right? And then there's like 5 or 6 monsters that they gather up. Maybe even they gather up like 10 monsters, and they bring it all in one area, and you get in the middle, and you just pop your cleaving roar, and then you just pop ice rain, and then bam, you will chunk those monsters down to like 50%, like 50 to 60%, something like that. I was actually farming with the group when I had more tokens, and oh my god, dude, like it was crazy. Like I got some really good drops too. I believe what dropped for me was these boots dropped for me, right? So these boots are pretty nice. And where was it? I had the great sword of the Banshee drop for me. Now I don't use this great sword because my weapon is better, but hypothetically speaking, let's say you had a blue weapon and then you're like, oh, I really want an epic weapon, then you know what I mean, this would be a good place to farm. You can also farm for these precious rubrics and stuff like that, because I know these can sell for money. So what I was told, what I saw was that you see this little border here, the 4 little arrows are kind of poking into it. They look almost like 4 little arrows. This border here, this means that they're sellable, so you can sell them on the market. So that's how people make money too. So you can just sell these precious rubrics. I haven't been focusing on making loot right now. I've just been focusing on just making my character. So my character is just like solo self-found right now. You know what I mean? I haven't bought anything. You know what I mean? The only money I paid for in this game was for the early access. I didn't really care about like, you know what I mean, anything else. I just paid the $40 to play the early access. Honestly, I've been having a lot of fun with this game though. But yeah, so I mean, farming the outer dungeon, the outer world dungeon is pretty good. I would say farming Phonos Basin is pretty good because these guys drop pretty decent stuff. You can farm Ruins of Terrain. These guys also have decent stuff. Like look at this, or like these are pretty good too, right? And then they got these boots here. These boots are not bad, right? So if you can get lucky and then, you know what I mean, get that's pretty good. Pure Light Hill is not bad either, because I think Pure Light Hill has the Metron, and Metron can drop like not these gloves, but this cloak is pretty good, right? And then Shattered Temple is also pretty good to farm. So let's say you run out of everything and you're like, damn, I want to get new stuff, but I want to keep farming, right? And I want to keep playing. Then I would say probably these aren't bad either. You know what I mean? This is one of the world bosses, but this is the weapon that he could drop that people were wanting. And if I could get this would be pretty good too. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you can see that some of these things are pretty good. You know, strength isn't bad for us. Obviously, I would say go for dex if you can, and then you can like remove the dex and the dex that you added in from your character profile and add that somewhere else. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you could get lucky there. You know what I mean? I would say the other thing I do to farm is I also do secret dungeons. So I've completed all the Tatel's Tower. I've done all these, and these will give you like really useful rewards as you see here, right? You even get like a flying mount or a glider, and then you even get a little Ami toy, right? And then you get a ground mount. So this is what I'm using. But yeah, so these will really test your mechanics on like bosses, individual mechanics. So it's pretty good. And then Gate of Infinities, these also give you pretty good stuff, as you see here. So because I beat it within a certain time frame, I get these, right? And then same thing for this, right? So if you can do these are a lot more challenging though. The bosses here have a lot more HP. I think this guy has like 337k life. This guy's like 350, something like that. They'll have their own unique mechanics. So you know, when you guys do them, you know, just be aware of that. So yeah, I did this. You know, we just basically did our dailies. And oh, there's the weekly missions here. I think I kind of messed up here because I didn't know what I was doing. But basically, you complete these, and then like, I think they said you can only choose one out of all of these, and then like, but you're like, almost guaranteed like an epic or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, so I ended up choosing mine, but you know, it's kind of a mistake that I did. And then obviously if you have other better things, then you can just take this. Those are pretty nice too. Yeah, I mean that's about all the the farming I do. I mean, besides me just like trying to fight these bosses, like the Malachar, Chernobog, and them, like that's about it though. I really don't do anything crazy or out of the box. I think, you know, I mean, I haven't swiped at all to buy any gear or anything. I've just been doing everything myself. Yeah, so just to break it down, there's contracts, right? So contracts, that's what you would do. There's like actual like zones that you can farm, like the Phonos Basin or Shattered Temple. You can farm those monsters, and there's a small chance they can drop things. You can do the Outer World dungeons, so especially if you're 50, I recommend the Shadow Crypt for farming. Whether you do that solo or in a group, it's going to be more efficient in a group, but solo, my build can basically do this place solo pretty well. The only thing that's kind of messed up is like if people run past and then like there's like a ranged monster and then it just hits you by default, so that kind of sucks, but I mean, that's fine. We're pretty beefy. And then I do the co-op dungeons, and then obviously we do I mean the co-op dungeons, we just look at what we want here, right, and we just go for it, and then secret dungeons. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically how I farm, and that's how I've been getting my character geared, you know what I mean? So anyways guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this video helped you guys a little bit, and yeah, peace out.